Trinity Isle.
Baldia will sort of see what's going on, and he will say to Kretash, I'm gonna go help the injured. If you ever come across a Goliath with a flaming red beard, you let me know. Kretash, in the corner of your room, you see Cassiopeia sit up with a jolt.
Where is the
Ahead of you.
The sound
Ahead of
coming
you.
from the fucking village! Is it from the fucking village?
Bow before Stroud von Zarovich. Later that night, Kretash came into the office, ripped up every piece of paper on my desk, and set it all ablaze, along with his beloved Bolmir. Tell your brother I say hi when you see him, and the door will close.
What?
He will lift his faceplate, and you will see the face of Master Toe, sat on a horse in front of you.
You?
How are you still alive? Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, hey.
welcome to episode 16 of Trinity Isle. How are we all doing? It's been a hot minute.
Very sober.
Very sober.
Not very sober.
Oh my lord! Right,
Very
yeah,
fucking shit-faced.
We are one down. Right, is not with us, but that is fine. The show must go on, as they say. Which means I am in charge of the rapid recap, but I can do that fine. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off as we always do by going down the list. So, starting from the top left, we have Kretash the Cold, the Dark Elf Wizard, played by Malachi__ Gaming.
Hi, how are we all?
We have Cassiopeia, the Arakocra Druid, played by TheBarinade.
Hello, hello. I'm happy to be here as your resident Nier Automata Prologue Very Hard Difficulty speedrunner.
We have Takumi Inui, the human fighter, played by Shadowblade312.
Hello, that is indeed I. Thank you all for joining us today on this continuation of the adventure. Special shout out to our dear friend DelphiniumRai.
Of course. And last but never least, War Short Temper, the human paladin warlock, played by TheMrWa.
Hi, it's great to be here as your resident Mario Maker 2 troll level player.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go right into a rapid recap done by myself, your slightly above average DM, CG_Zephyr.
Far above average.
I
Mildly above average.
I would disagree.
DJ Fezzer.
But ladies and gentlemen, let us begin. Where we left off last time, we were meeting our companions and friends, our adventurers, in a magical shop run by none other than Mr. Mannerington. Seelia made a bit of a epiphany, shall we say. However, everyone else was unaware. They were not there to hear it. Kretash giving her the privacy she needed. Now, once that debacle was done, Kretash decided to introduce War Short Temper to a new friend of his, Wormwood, the little fairy librarian who lives in Gaidanus, studying all manner of text and literature. And once they had entertained themselves with the personality of the fairy, shall we say, they made their way to a tavern to get some rest, while very graciously paying for the rooms, paying for the food and drink. Kretash's mind elsewhere. Now, Kretash and Wa were able to win a fair bit of gold with some gambling before Wa made a bit of an escape to go and meet with Sinclair the vampire hunter, willing to throw down his life. Sinclair refused, not willing to kill an innocent man, and Sinclair made a daring escape as Wa tried to fight him off. We returned in the evening and all was well, and the morning comes, and we join Cassiopeia You see Seelia walk out of your room, opening Kretash's doorway, and you hear an audible gasp. And as she turns to face you, she is enveloped in a flash of blue. A familiar blue, but one you have not seen for a while. And then she is gone in an instant. Nothing left but a small puddle of blood outside Kretash's door. Wa and Takumi, what are you two up to in your room?
I get up and I will make my bed, not in the orderly and precise fashion as Wash or Temper does, but in a more casual, in a more routine kind of way, not in the militaristic 100% like clockwork way. And I will look out the window.
I'd like to add beforehand, I didn't fight Sinclair off. I orchestrated his escape.
Well, as far as some parties are concerned.
That is true, yeah. I'd just get up and make my bed very, very quickly. And I just want to make sure I can find the rest of the group because I'm alive. I wasn't expecting it. So
I will see Wad get up. I will call out to him. Hey, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Let's go find the others. Go down. Let's get some grub, shall we?
Let's check in with the others first. But yeah,
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I said.
Yep. Sorry, big day yesterday for a lot of us. No doubt.
Cassiopeia, we return to you. What do you do?
That's a weird spell. Huh. Can I investigate the area?
Yeah, sure. And
Okay.
you don't need to roll for it. But you
What?
sort of exit the room. You see this pool of blood. You see the remnants of a blue flash. And as you peer around the corner, you see Kretash lying, bloodied, cut on the floor. The entire room covered in a mix of ice and stained red crimson. A book open, almost untouched. Kretash's
Can I-
hair a matte black.
Okay, I will knock on the door frame. Kretash. Do you mind if I come in?
Wow.
Okay, I'll come back at a better time.
Takumi, you hear a knocking in the hallway.
I go outside.
As you do,
What-
you are also met with the bloody display. Cassiopeia
Oh.
knocking on the door frame.
Cassiopeia, what are you doing knocking on the bloody door? Go in! Can't you see there's blood?
I don't know if I'm allowed to.
I'm
Wait.
just gonna barge the door open.
It's already
Okay.
open.
Oh yeah, I'm kicking that door.
He closes the door. He opens it again.
I'm pushing Cassiopeia out of the way. Like, there's blood. This needs to be
Ah.
dealt with.
As Wad goes in, I walk up and I stand next to Cassiopeia. What's going on here, Cassie?
Why just barged in without permission?
Where's Seelia? Is she still in the room?
Oh, I
Really?
think she exploded. Or imploded. In a blue flash.
Okay. Alright, let's see what's going on here first. And I will walk inside the room.
Oh, Zephyr.
Yep.
You said the blue flash was familiar. In what way? Do I have any extra
You will have to
Inklings-
you'd have to make me a wisdom saving throw.
wisdom save? Okay. That is a 14.
It sort of reminds you of Terry.
What? Okay. It reminds me of Terry, actually. The color, the blue, the hue.
So, she must have been teleported back to the paradox.
Maybe. I might be wrong, though. It's just a
Well,
similar color, after all.
If it seemed familiar, I'm willing to bet it was our friend in there. Friends over there.
Maybe it's worth inspecting.
Well, what do you do in this scenario?
Well, okay, so first things first, I'm going to go over and I'm going to inspect Kretash. I want to see if there's any abrasions, any cut open wounds, anything to symbolize whether it was an attack or self-inflicted.
I'd like to add on
his-
to that. When I walk in, do I also? I'm looking for
see-
items.
The most prevalent one is the book.
Yeah, and I was about to say that once a body's been examined and I can ascertain what the damages are, I'd like to see what page
Sorry,
that book is open on.
Def,
Yep.
I'm shooting you a message.
Yep, sure. So,
Yeah.
as you look at the body, the
Mhm.
sleeves of his clothes are ripped. There are knife cuts along his arms and sort of almost tattoo-like markings on the bare chest. His entire body is covered in sweat. The blood is still dripping and fresh. There is a healing potion by his side.
Okay, can I
One
ascertain whether
hand-
this is self-inflicted?
One hand is clutching the healing potion, still
Mhm.
corked. The other holds a familiar dagger.
Okay.
The one you
Right,
took from him once before.
Okay, before anyone does anything, I need to see that book.
The book is seemingly absorbing the blood that was stained upon it.
Can I read anything that's on it? To see what page it is.
Do you read Abyssal?
Did I pick up a book on Abyssal? I can't remember.
You may have picked up a book on Abyssal, but whether or not you can, but can you
Okay.
understand the language?
If memory serves, you gained Dwarven,
Celestial and
Celestial, and I don't think Abyssal was one of
Sylvan.
them.
I think the other one was.
Sylvan. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
so if you cannot read Abyssal, you cannot read it. No, you recognize you recognize a couple of the characters. You can sort of tell it's it's a sort of language of the dark. But
Okay,
unless
can either of you two read Abyssal?
I will walk over and like kneel down next to Kretash and Wa.
Yeah. Can you read Abyssal?
I'm saying what I'm doing. I'm gonna get to what I'm gonna say right now. Abyssal, not a language I'm familiar with. Infernal. Well, Zephyr, does Infernal share a similar script with Abyssal? Or
they share a similar mother tongue, but it is not enough to discern what the book says.
no? I don't have enough familiarity with Abyssal.
Okay. In which case, I don't know if there's a disease or if there's a poison that's been associated with this for whatever reason. So I'm gonna use my lay on hands. I'm gonna use 5 points of my lay on hands on Kretash.
As you do, your hand glows. You feel a coldness in your magic as you place it. Nothing. And then a gasp of breath. Kretash's
Oi.
eyes are stained. The only color, the one in the irises. Blood trickles from the corners of his eyes, his nose, coughing, puking blood. And he passes out once again. Malachi, you may add a single hit point.
Wonderful.
I'll uncork that health potion and like. Let's not clip what I just did there.
It's too late. It's already done. A clip. What is that? What is this clip that you speak of?
And as you see the liquid going into his mouth, whilst his wounds will not heal, the bleeding will stop. Kretash, you can roll, I believe, what is it, 2d4 plus 2?
I haven't got a clue, to be honest with you.
If you have the potion in
yeah,
your
it's okay.
inventory, click on it. It'll tell you what you need to roll and how much to add.
Yeah, bear with me.
Yep.
Oh, God. I'm
So-
struggling to type at the moment.
So Kretash is currently passed out on the floor.
Yes. He is breathing,
Okay.
but the breaths are shallow.
Does his bed look broken or bloody or
Bloody, but not broken. This was not
Okay.
a struggle.
Okay, I will just say if he's gonna take a rest, it's best he not do it on the floor. I would like to pick up Kretash, lay him, put him on his bed and put a blanket over
I'd
him.
like to attempt to stop you and say, don't move him. We don't know what's happened. Moving him could cause something else to happen. We need to make sure he's stable before we put him on something comfortable. This is the best place for him.
Okay. We'll wait and figure out what's happening.
2d4 plus 2.
Yep, so you can roll that. And add
I'm
that
gonna-
to-
I'm going to lean into Kretash's ear and whisper, I kept my bloody powers instead of sacrificing you, so don't you fucking dare die on me, you prick.
You are conscious
Do
enough to
cat-
hear him, Kretash, but not enough to respond. The floor is open once more. There's nothing more I can add.
Cassie, you by any chance do you know the language Abyssal?
If I was to know the language, I would have spoken up, but I do not. Sadly, I apologize.
No, it's all right. We'll get to the bottom of this somehow.
Okay. Cassiopeia, can you do me a favour, please?
That depends entirely on the favor.
Can you go to the barkeep and request a couple of bowls of water, a rag, and also some food? And then I'm going to chuck you a gold piece to cover the costs.
She'll go downstairs.
And
I'm guessing if we are upstairs, I'm going
And
downstairs.
it's all on
If
the
we're
ground
downstairs,
floor.
we're
It's
downstairs.
all on the
It's
ground
a
floor.
one
Third
story.
floor, she's not going down any stairs. She's just walking down the hallway.
And,
If there is a hallway.
There is a hallway. There is very much a hallway. And
I shall take the hallway.
as you do, you enter a much more quiet tavern than the one you left last night. Only people there are drunks who are still kind of trying to make their way off of the floor. A couple of barkeeps tending to the fire and cleaning up some rather disgusting looking greens. And the barkeep, a large fellow with very hairy arms.
How Harry?
Good morning.
Morning. Although, a good morning it is not.
Is everything alright?
I don't know.
Can
I
do anything to
request a few items in exchange for a gold piece, if you take it.
I'll never turn down gold. What is it you need?
Okay. I would like 4 bowls.
Of water.
2 of which need to be filled with water.
And the other
I'd like
two?
4 rags
4 rags. Okay.
and 5 servings of food.
And what food would you like, my dear?
Surprise me. Could one of them be a seed-based meal?
Alright, I can see what the cooks have got in store for breakfast.
If you just have some grain, just one of them can just be on a plate.
Very well.
Thank you.
Would you like me to bring it to your room, or...?
Yes. Yes, please.
Actually, that's fine. That's fine.
And then she'll give Kretash his room number.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh, you're...
She's running through memory. This is not against the protocol. Alright.
Your dark elf friend. Yeah, I can bring it all over to you if you're all sharing over there. That's fine.
Thank you.
It will be ready for you in a few minutes, along with
Okay.
whatever you need, the rags or.
Much appreciated. Oh, it's for the blood.
Alright, the bartender will sort of look at you with a crooked eyebrow.
She'll
What?
stare it stoically back.
I knew I should have said Takumi.
With a single deadpan
You
look.
fucked up.
With a single
You fucked up.
deadpan look, he will say, "What the fuck did you do?"
What the fuck did you?
Well, I
Well,
saw a
I
friend
want
of
you
mine
to know,
explode.
I'm the one who's fucked up, and you fucked up.
I know.
Well done.
I know.
You,
Well done.
Cassiopeia's doing her best.
Bravo.
You saw your friend explode.
And then we found another in a pool of somebody's blood on the ground. And I've been
What?
sent on a mission to acquire some extra ingredients.
He's just gonna walk on right past you, and you're gonna hear this stomping coming down the hall. He will turn into the room, look up at the blood, and then look down at Takumi. What? What is this?
We woke up and this is the predicament we found the rest of our companions in, one of which, from what I hear from Cassiopeia, she teleported away, and we found Kretash like this just now.
Yeah,
he wasn't like this when we saw him last night.
Basically, we need some bowls of cold water so we can keep his body temperature cool, because he works on a, he is a cold creature. We need to make sure he would keep his body temperature low.
Alright.
We will clean up the blood. That's not a problem at all. But we need to get his health considered first.
You know what? You've been good to me. We're even now. And you will see the bartender kind of look around at the blood a little bit before he leaves. Cassiopeia, he sort of nudges past you as he goes into the back room.
She will be nudged.
And once again, the floor is open whilst he fetches the supplies that you have requested.
I mean, I'm going to be constantly monitoring Kretash's condition.
He is sweating profusely, and cold, icy droplets fall from his now black hair.
I'm going to be stood up by the door waiting for the barkeep to come back with the items.
In a few moments, Cassiopeia, he will come out and you will see 4 bowls, some filled with water, and a pile of rags, and he will hand them over to you.
She'll gladly take them, and then she'll bring them to the others. She will keep the extras, though.
Here, I can dip the rags in water and put one over his forehead.
One over his forehead, one next to his neck, and then put another one between his legs.
I'm on it, and I will proceed to do that.
While his breathing will slowly, over the course of the next few minutes, begin to slow and steady, his heart rate dropping to about 30, 40.
Okay.
He is stable.
Okay, we've slowed down his heart rate. Blood's not going to flow as much. That should stop any of the wounds from opening up. Do either of you guys know anyone that might be able to read this book so we can we can ascertain what's been going on? Do we know anyone that reads Abyssal in town? I hear you guys went to a magic shop. Maybe Wormwood. You're unconscious, Malachi. Shut up.
Well, other than Kretash himself, we'll have to wait for Kretash himself to wake up. We can ask him, but I think it's best we not move these items around too much. I think we should wait for Kretash to wake up.
Yes,
Let's figure this out.
If he
and
doesn't
see if-
wake up, we need someone to read the book.
He's stable.
Just
I
because
have
he's
faith
stable
in-
doesn't mean he's going to wake up. We need to make sure this is dealt with.
Well, if Kretash gets upset about this, it won't be on Cassie or I.
don't think Cassiopeia has anything to say.
Okay.
Can I-
I'm gonna stand up and I'm just gonna go. Right, you guys just keep monitoring position, and I'm gonna walk out.
Okay. Barinade, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, could Cassiopeia do like an Arcana check on the room?
Yes. Go
Okay,
for it.
she'll check for some magic.
Let me know what you roll.
D&D Beyond did not like that roll. It just crashed on me. So let me just read my app again.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let me try that again. Arcana check. And it is a 17.
There is residue of ice magic all over the place, and you can sort of sense the book itself has a very small amount of magic within it. Whether it is active or inactive, you do not know. All you know it is that it is there. Constant. Uncomfortable. Nothing you have experienced before.
It's a magical aura emanating from that book.
Were you able to identify what kind?
Was I? There's ice magic everywhere else. I know that.
The
Do I know
ice
what kind of
magic you can tell. The only thing you can identify from the magic in the book is that it is very. It feels evil.
The evil kind.
That's unsettling. Whatever evil this is, I hope Kretash has been able to keep it, and will keep it at bay. But
I look around the room at this point. I don't know how at bay has been kept.
Nothing much has changed, really. The room itself is damp, both with blood and residue of ice. A few more minutes will pass. What are you up to?
I'm going to the bookshop.
Okay.
I'm running, sprinting.
Yeah, I figured so. And
Yeah.
you will make it to the bookworm. Its sign flying outside. But as you try the door, it is closed.
Bang, 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 bang.
Nothing.
Do I know where the magic shop is? Oh yeah, I saw them walking out.
You
of it
saw
yesterday,
them
didn't
coming
I?
out of a shop. in
I
that-
sprint to the magic shop.
Okay. We will go back to the group as Kretash at this point. You will gasp for air. Your vision will be blurry. The noises around you, they will be sort of ringing and nothing more. You feel a sense of lightness. Your heart going a lot faster than it normally does. And then you will see Takumi and Cassiopeia standing over you. Takumi's hands stained in blood. Your blood. Cassiopeia, Takumi, you will see as Kretash begins to stir and wake at last.
hey, just take it slowly. I will stand by to help if yeah.
Your microphone's muted.
Well, so that got a bit fucked up then.
Take a breath. Tell us what happened when you've got yourself situated.
Oh, I'm good. I'm fine. Whew. That book's a wild ride. I'm still gonna, I don't know how much energy I've got, but I'm gonna try to like crawl over to this book and sort of just like close it and just stuff it
Well,
away in my
as
bag
you-
with whatever
As you
energy
try
I've
and
got.
sort of lift yourself up into the table, your strength gives out and you fall onto the floor. A very
I try to
Ugh.
catch him.
A very
I
sort
try
of
to catch
splash
him.
as you send blood all over what remains of your clothes.
Ah, fuck.
Hey, don't move. What do you need?
Ah,
Are you-
it's fine. I'm fine.
I will
Oh.
try to show him my hand. This-
Where's my backpack, by the way?
It is
like
at the
all
foot of
this
your
mess.
bed. At the foot of your bed.
Wonderful. I'm gonna
What?
drag my ass over to that backpack.
Okay, you sort of see Kretash clawing his way along the floor. smearing blood every fucking where.
I will try to grab him and like stand, like do like a carry, he's next to me.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
have-
Kretash, do
Oh,
you
yeah,
just
I'm gonna like, shove myself up. Ah!
make yourself
Fuck,
a
I forgot
dexterity
this.
save with disadvantage.
Dexterity save with disadvantage.
Yep, you're trying to fight
dude.
against his. You're trying to fight against him, but you're not exactly trying to
Oh,
overpower
that's
him.
not good. That's a 7.
All
That
right.
was a 5 plus 2. Ugh.
Takumi, you were able to keep a grip on him.
You need to
Ah,
hold still. What do you
Got
need?
it.
What do you need?
Just get me over to my bag. Get me over to my bag. I got this. Relax. I got this.
Okay, where?
Woo!
So you said the bag is on his bed?
It's at the foot
At
of
the
the
foot
bed
of
on
my
the
bed.
floor.
Okay, I will help him walk over to his bed. I will get him seated on the bed, and I will pick
No,
up.
no. Get me on the floor. I need to be by the bag.
I will sit him on the bed and get the bag and the book and hand them over to him.
Ugh, well, I'm gonna grab the book and stuff it in my bag, and I'm gonna pull out my other potion of healing.
All right. You do so.
I'm gonna chug that fuck.
All right. 2d4 plus 2.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. Oh, those are good. Okay, wonderful. That's 7 plus 2, 9. Ooh. Oh, wonderful. I feel good now. Whew.
Okay. First things first.
Whew.
Do you know how
Ugh.
this happened?
Oh yeah, I did it myself. Whew.
What
Really
did you
fucked
do?
myself up, didn't I?
Yes, you
Wow. But things were learned. This is progress. Now, where's that book? Hang on. I'm gonna pull out the book again. I'm gonna start reading through the
did.
book
What did we learn?
again. We learned how to fuck myself up. That's for sure. We also learned I need more healing potions. I was not prepared to do quite that much damage. But nevertheless, we are learning. Oh, where's Wa when you need him? I need a guinea pig.
This isn't the time for jokes.
Takumi, hold still. I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna like clench my fist with all the power I've got. Does anything happen?
No. Nothing.
I didn't think so, but I'm like, fuck. I need more practice. Hang on.
This isn't the time for jokes. What was this about?
I
What are you
am
studying?
studying. I'm studying. That's all we need to worry about. I'm studying, and this is good. This is progress. We're learning, and I think this could be a really positive outcome. The fact that I'm still alive is a very positive outcome. Where is Wa? Where is he?
He
Wasn't
ran
sleeping
out
with
the
you?
building to get help and information.
Ah, well, that's
is
not
all
going to help
we-
him because
we-
I've got
we
all the
could tell.
information he needs. Oh well. I really need Wa as a guinea pig. He's a good guinea pig.
He'll be
He's
back.
got the strength. He's got the strength resistance that I need.
Okay.
I'm sort of just gonna be like clenching my fist like every now and then, just like, come on, I can do
Cassiopeia.
this. I know how to do this.
Cassiopeia.
I know how to do this.
On one of his clenches, there'll be a slight rippling of blood around his feet.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do I notice that as
No,
well? Seeing as I'm
no,
good.
no.
All right.
I-
Not with
I
that
will-
passive perception, you don't.
I will point it out.
What?
What was that?
I'm going to obsessively be clenching, like, the noticing that, like, progress has been made. I'm going to be obsessively clenching with, like, everything that I've got.
Nothing.
Since it's been pointed out, do I see the blood stuff?
By the time you look down, it is gone.
Okay. You practicing some new form of magic? Is that what?
You could call, yeah, we'll call it that. Yes, of course. Yes. That's what we'll call it. Yes.
All
And
right.
for
Anyway,
who
how
is this
how
for?
did you all
Other-
sleep? How was your day? I've got wonderful ideas. Really, I need Wa. He's never around when I need him. Unbelievable. Oh,
And with that, we will go to Wa, who at this point has made his way to a rundown looking establishment.
Yep.
What do you do?
Knocking on the door.
It just swings open. You see a dark, empty shop covered in dust and cobwebs, completely abandoned and dead. The only thing in the room, a single lit candle,
I'm
glowing
gonna
yellow.
I'm going to walk in. I'm going to stand in front of the candle and go, apologies for the lack of introductions, but I require some assistance urgently.
The door slams shut and the curtains close. And the candle goes out.
Hello?
Silence.
I, in the nicest possible way, I need assistance, please.
Nothing.
I will take 2 gold pieces and put it on the table in front of where the candle was.
Nothing.
I will take my 2 gold pieces back.
Would you believe me if I said nothing?
I will relight that candle
How do you relight it?
with my tinderbox.
As you do, the candle comes to light, a sort of typical orange that you would expect of a fire, and then it will fizzle out again.
Okay, what do I need to do to get you to listen to me? I've got someone who needs help. It's urgent, of a magical variety. I've heard this is the best place to go.
Nothing. Silence and darkness.
I'm with the bird, the elves, and the human.
Nothing.
Can I see anything in the room, or is it just dark?
There's just enough light to sort of make out basic details of the room. There is nothing of note.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hmm.
Oh dear.
Who else do I know in Guidanus that... I doubt the hag's still going to be there. But I could try. I'm just going to go to open the door.
And as you do, you are bombarded with light and noise. And it takes you a few moments to reaffirm your gaze. And as you do, you see all manner of staffs and trinkets and piles of dormant magical objects, cages of miniature animals, from giants to manticores to even miniature skeletal dragons.
I just want to say, at this moment, while I was going, all I had to do was open the fucking door.
Like, I thought, okay, I'm going to try a load of stuff as well. Maybe some sort of ritual thing here. And nope, just had to go back to the door.
And you see in the middle of the room, with a
Oh,
huge
shit.
book, the largest you've ever seen, a small man with wiry white hair, tinkering away at what looks to be some kind of bracelet.
Ah, hello there.
Oh, hello! I'm so sorry. I wasn't expecting customers.
That's absolutely fine. My name's Wa, Dastings. I have a bit of an emergency, which I'm hoping you might be able to help me with.
Oh, what would that be, my friend?
I believe you've already met my companions, one of which is like a half-elf thing creature. Does
Oh,
ice
yeah.
stuff.
Oh, yes, Mr. Kretash, the one from Ocean's Edge. Oh, he's your friend, is he? How is he doing?
He's on the floor. Well, when I last left, he was on the floor covered in a pile of blood. It looks like he's done some sort of ritual on himself.
Ah, the life of a necromancer. Such an exciting one, isn't it?
I mean, yes, but we managed to get him stable, but he's got a book that's in Abyssal. None of us read Abyssal. And I was wondering if I was to etch out some of the what looks like tattoo scarring that's on his body, if you'd be able to kind of give me any insight as to what he was trying to do.
Tell me, what did this book look like? I might be able to recognize that I'm an expert in all manner of necrotic knowledge and such. I have such wands and staffs that have been once used to raise armies of the dead myself, you know.
Okay, Zephyr, you never told me what the book looked like.
The book was a sort of red, leathery kind of book with pages that match the color of clean bone.
Okay, I will relay that information. It was a red leather-bound book. It looked like clean bone pages. A lot of it was smeared in blood, probably Kretash's. It doesn't look like anyone else was involved, so I think it was self-inflicted.
The blood. Ooh, tell me, this book, how did it react to the blood?
I mean, the blood seemed to be seeping into it almost.
Oh, it's that book that I gave to Wormwood all those years ago. Oh, he's passed it on at last.
Okay.
Oh.
What can you tell me?
That book is, that is a book not from here, my friend. That is a book from a place called Exandria. A place far away from here.
So, do you know what he may have been trying to accomplish?
Well, I never really dabbled in the book myself. It's very, very drab business. But, he could have been trying to summon a devil. He could have been trying to match the power of a dragon. He could have been doing some light reading.
If I was to stencil out in the air with my finger one of the... Because obviously when I inspected his body, you said about it. Like one of the symbols. I go, does a symbol like this seem familiar to you?
Ah. Yes. That symbol is blood manipulation.
Okay.
You see, your friend is dabbling in a sort of blood magic, shall we say. And to earn such a power, one must make such a noble sacrifice. One of flesh, one of blood, and one of bone. The sacrifice of one's own blood, the flesh of a loved one, and the bones of a hated one.
Okay.
If he can sacrifice all these things properly in a ritual, then he will be able to succeed. And he will unlock the ability to manipulate the blood. However, I fear he has fallen into the trap of self-loathing. You see, the blood, the bone, and the flesh cannot come from a single person. I fear that Kretash may love and hate himself, and so try to use his own bone and flesh. He didn't get to the bone, did he? That's kind of a permanent injury.
No, it seemed like it was mostly just cuts, inflicted with a dagger. Yeah, it doesn't look like any bone was missing.
Good, good. I would hate for him to break an arm or a leg before he's finished working for me.
Working for you?
Oh, yes! He and his friends said they might go looking into one of the ruins to go try and find a crown I have been after for quite some time to complete the museum I have back in Ocean's Edge.
You're the museum curator.
Yes, that is me, Mr. Mannerington, at your service, good sir.
Oh, hello there. Yes, we saw your notice on the notice board a few days ago when we were over there, in fact.
Yes,
Yeah.
there was a group that was trying to get it, but I haven't heard back from them, so I fear that they are dead.
So if we got him to a stable condition, he should be fine?
Oh, yes. This bleeding out is the least of our worries when you're dabbling with blood magic. I'm surprised he still has eyeballs.
And the change in the colour of his hair.
Excuse me?
His hair's black now.
I don't remember the book talking about hair dye. That is something I myself am not properly educated in, although maybe I should study him. An excellent entry into my my exhibit on elven artifacts and elven magics.
Maybe.
You think he would give me some of his hair?
I think that even if he wouldn't, we can obtain some.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful!
I think this is the second time in a row that I'm gonna say this bitch.
This bitch.
This fucking bitch.
But I'm sure he might be gracious enough to oblige. But I must be getting back to them. Do I owe you anything for the information, good sir?
Oh, no, not at all, not at all.
Well, thank you very much for your time. I must go back. I must make sure that he's okay.
Okay, I'll make sure the candle takes you back to Gardanus.
Thank you very much.
That's alright, that's alright. A word of warning, though.
Yes.
From personal experience, if you ever come across a flaming sword, don't wield it in your weak hand, and it'll sort of show he's got a fresh burn along his fingers.
And am I likely to encounter a burning sword?
I mean, I did.
Where did you encounter such an artifact?
Oh, many years ago, I was on
Okay.
an adventure, but I was trying to hang it up over there, you see, on a fresh collection, because, you know, someone might want to buy it one day. And I should have used my stronger hand.
Yes, I can see why that'd be a problem. Anyway, I must be off. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Do come back. And if you're ever in any of the major cities or in Ocean's Edge, just look for my candle.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Farewell, good sir.
Farewell.
Good day!
Good day!
And as you enter the black room once again, the door will close behind you. And in a few moments, the candle will light a golden yellow.
Cool. I'll walk out the room.
And as you do, you will see a tall, slightly dark-skinned person with black hair and a goatee. Somewhat familiar. Caldera has requested your presence, as has Masato. They have information.
Mine or my party's?
Your presence has been requested. That is all I was told to tell you. And he will immediately turn on his heel and walk away.
Tell him we're still curious about the 200 gold, motherfucker.
I'll follow. No, I will say I will be there. I must just check in with my party first.
He will disappear into the crowd.
Cool. I will sprint back to the tavern.
And we will return to Cassiopeia, Takumi, and Kretash.
I think once I've got my bearings, will I notice my constant sweating and
Yeah.
hair change?
Yeah.
I'm gonna rectify that situation. I'm gonna cast Frostbite on my head.
Okay, roll for damage.
Yep. Yep. Here we go again.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
1 damage. Wonderful.
You deal 1 damage to yourself as your hair and like the wounds on your arms are all sealed in frost. Not a single dash of black upon your head, Your wounds sort of look like they've been stitched together by little icicles.
Yeah. Now I've got to clean up this mess. Oh shit. None of you perchance know how to heat up a room at all? Or any
Heat
sort of fire magic?
upper room.
Fire
Cass,
of any
got any
kind?
magic?
I mean, I have druidcraft.
Will that heat up the room?
Let me double check.
I kind of need to melt all this ice.
I can create a harmless sensory effect.
Sensory would it would heat up. I believe that would
really?
heat up the area. If not prestidigitation.
I do not. I don't think I can. I don't think I can actually. I can do like magic tricks basically, but I can't actually heat
Yeah.
anything unless I'm lighting it on fire.
And could one of you go get a mop for me?
I can go do that. I'll go back
Thank
down.
you.
Oh, back through the hallway.
Oh,
Alright.
fuck. How am I
And
gonna clean
as
this
you
up?
do, you will see the tavern workers cleaning everything away. The last drunkards have made their way home.
Hello, excuse me.
And a short blonde fellow will turn to you. Ah, good morning.
Hello, might I bother you for a mop?
I'm sure I can find one. Just give me a minute, I guess. And he will sort of walk towards this cupboard-looking area in the corner by the bar, pull out a mop and sort of hand it to you with a slightly confused gaze. You should.
Much obliged.
I'm paid to clean up. If you need some help with anything.
I don't know what we're using the mop for yet, but thank you.
You might be one of the most strangest and fascinating people I've ever met.
Thank you. I would say the same thing about you, although I don't know you very well yet.
Well, enjoy your morning, Miss.
Cassiopeia.
Enjoy your morning,
You are-
Miss Cassiopeia. I'm Lewis.
Thank you, Lewis, for the mop and for the warm wishes.
Thank you for an interesting morning.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
She'll go and take them up to the others.
I can't.
Oh.
The one where War couldn't. You return, Takumi, Kretash, you will see Cassiopeia return with a mop.
I have a mop.
We have the mop.
Yep, now we just have to melt all the ice on the roof.
Is
I'd
that what the mop
say
is for?
Well, yes, once the ice melts, it becomes water, and the water will clean up the blood, and then the mop will clean up the water and the blood, but I need
Oh, I see. I understand.
the heat first to...
I have
Yeah.
torches.
It's a cycle.
I
Torch
have
might help.
torches, but
Yes, that's
are you sure this
slow,
isn't
but
gonna
that will
burn?
work.
This isn't gonna burn down
Oh,
the whole
no.
building.
I'd
rather
Oh
not.
no!
I haven't got
Having
a
premonitions.
fucking clue. Let's find out.
This seems
Takumi,
dangerous.
are you
Perhaps
gonna try and light a torch?
not
Oh,
yet.
I've got
We're
nothing.
gonna have to find the barkeep who will staff at this rate.
Hold on. Here, before we resort to this, I'm gonna go find the barkeep. I'd like to.
Wait
see if
again!
he-
Hang on. Wait, I've got my own torch. Hang on, I'm gonna light my own torch.
Oh no! This can only go well.
Malachi, make a survival check.
A survival check. A survival check I can do. Oh, and it's a good one. Wonderful. 20. Dirty.
You're able to light the torch without setting fire to the very flammable wooden room that surrounds you.
Wonderful! See? I'm a professional. Guys, don't worry about it. I got this. I'm sort of just gonna I'm gonna be careful with it, but I'm gonna try and heat up some of the
I'm
ice.
gonna make
that's
you do a
in.
dex save because you're still very weak.
Kretash, I
Okay.
never doubted you.
Fuck.
Okay.
Zephyr, you
Can
want to
I-
burn down this tavern, don't
No,
lie.
can
You
I
want us
give
to burn it
him-
down.
Look,
Can I-
Admittedly,
he's not letting Takumi do it because he's still very
Can I-
lightheaded.
Can I take the help action to
Yeah,
help?
you can
him?
give him advantage.
Yes, I would like to give him the help action. Yes, seeing as he is still
Okay.
very weakened.
If you guys want to try and burn down a tavern, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to burn down a tavern.
I'm not. That's not what I want to do.
Is
So-
this tavern
One
run
of
by
you-
SimRa Gem Cutter by chance?
okay, so
No, I've got
hang on,
plans
hold
for
up.
him.
Hold up. The first roll was a total of 4. The second roll was a total of a dirty 20, so thank you for the help action.
I would like to continue
Look
taking
at
the help
The
action.
ice melts.
Wonderful, and I'm going to clean up the mess that I have made.
I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
Can
I'm
cleaning this
you know
stuff up.
what?
I'm helping.
Do you remember? No, it's fine. Do you remember to put out the torch, or you just kind of throw it down? Because at this point, I don't fucking know.
I'm still holding the torch, like I'm holding the torch in one hand while mopping with the other hand, because obviously I need to make sure
Okay,
that all the ice
alright,
is
I'll allow it.
melted.
I'll allow it. You are.
I'm not dumb enough to drop the torch. I'm not dumb enough to let that go, but it's sort of like I've got one in
Thank
one
you,
hand, one in the
guys.
other.
God.
Fucking hell, that was that.
Look, hey,
Would you be surprised?
I'm
if I
a
said I've got a scenario.
scientist.
I've got a scenario ready for if you set something on fire.
look, I have no doubt, but I'm not stupid enough to set something on fire. I'm not Wa.
Whoa, doesn't set things on fire. SimRa Gem Cutter set things on fire.
Oh, that's true.
Have some faith in us. We're not burning down the tavern.
Yet.
Yet. All right.
Jeez.
At this point, while you make it back to the tavern,
Cool, I'm gonna walk straight in and go straight towards the room.
you see Cassiopeia and Takumi watching Kretash clean up blood and melted ice with a lit torch in his hand.
What are you doing up? You need to rest.
What are you on about? I'm fine.
You guys are just standing here letting him do this?
Yes.
Zephyr, I did.
You
I
helped
don't.
him. You helped him with the torch, but then after that, he just got on and started cleaning.
If you want to try and stop him, you give it your shot. I helped him. He wants to do this on his own.
Okay, I'm just gonna look at him. Blood magic, eh?
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Did you
quite
tell
a
these
lot
guys
of
yet
potential.
what you've been doing?
I mean, they didn't ask.
Okay.
That
Really?
is true. I did not.
I've been, as I'll just say from all the way back there.
I admittedly, look, they asked they asked a little bit, and I told them like I was doing a science experiment, which I was, and I made progress, which I did, and look, even Cassiopeia said I was able to make a ripple in the blood. That's progress.
That is
That's
true. I did
good.
see the ripple.
So
Kretash, I would like to say that I think that it should be your own business what you do with your own blood. Frankly, I'm
that-
going to put that on the record.
that is fine. Just
Thank you,
obviously
Cassiopeia.
we were worried about you, and I went to a
Ah,
lot of
fine.
effort to make you stable.
I don't know why. There was a perfectly good potion of healing right next to me.
There was, but it somehow didn't work fully. So we had to I had to use some healing, the potion of healing, and also put cold, wet rags around you to keep your temperature down and your heart rate stable.
I mean, the one I drank seemed to work fine.
That's because you were already up by that point. We'd already done most of the work. I'm glad you're okay, though. However, where were you gonna get the bone and the flesh from?
Look, I'm working on that. Obviously, you know, I understand these sorts of things. They require a bit of a ritualistic. Look, honestly, I have an idea of where I can get the bone from, but I'm not sure which of you I want to ask for the flesh.
Now, are you saying that we're your loved ones, or would you consider me a hated one?
You're more fun to torment.
That doesn't answer
And-
the question.
In that moment, I'm going to snap Crowley onto your shoulder.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I need an answer to the question to decide what I do next.
I mean, look, I'll work it out. Like I said, I know where I'm gonna get the bone from. That's not a stress in the world. But
Okay. Does the
Yes,
sacrifice need
it's
to be
about-
fresh, or can you take something ready for the ritual? Do you know?
Zephyr.
So long as the resources come from one who is truly hated oneself and truly loved, the age does not matter. The book told the story of someone who carried the flesh of their loved one for 30 years to try and complete the ritual.
I mean, because if I'm either a loved one or the hated one, I will contribute willingly.
I wouldn't put you in the hated one. Like I said, you're more fun to torment.
So would
Oh,
you
by
like
the
some?
way,
Would you
by
like
the
some
way.
flesh?
No.
Okay.
By the way,
Yes.
I did have an idea for you.
Okay.
Cassiopeia and Takumi, would you like to? You guys are fine. You can go get some breakfast if you'd like. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm just cleaning up my mess, and you guys go back in the morning.
Just one thing. What information did you learn about this from wherever you went?
Oh, he was doing a blood ritual magic. Question though, your hair was black when I left. What happened?
My hair's not black. My hair's white.
Your hair was black when I left.
My
when we found
hair's
you on the
white.
floor. Okay.
And you say he needs blood, bone, and flesh?
Blood from himself, flesh from a loved one, and bone from a hated one.
Anything else?
Mannerington was under the impression that Kretash may have loved and hated himself and tried to use all three for himself.
Oh please, I'm not that stupid.
I didn't think you were that stupid as well, but I wasn't expecting to wake up and find you in a pool of blood on the floor today. You know, had you
I
told
got
us this
one
was what you
ingredient.
were going, if you told us this is what you were going to do, we would have supported you.
If I told you this was what I was going to do, Seelia would have tried to stop me, at least. And I'm sure
Okay, well.
Takumi and Cassiopeia probably would have as well.
Oh, I wouldn't. It would have been good to have a healer on hand.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
Yeah, if you two want to go get breakfast, we'll continue this privately.
Right.
Actually,
And don't
about breakfast,
forget.
I did order room service for the 5 of us.
All right, Cassie, you and I can go check up on that. But first, just want to remind everybody, we still need to have a discussion about the group.
About that, we need to go to see Caldera once we're done here.
All right, well, Cassie and I will go get food. We'll get we'll get a table. While you said last night there's something we should talk about tomorrow, which is today.
We are required by the presence of Caldera. That can wait.
All right then. We'll leave you to it. Cassie, you want to go see what's up with our food? Grab a table.
Let's do that.
All right. I will walk out and I will walk outside. And I'll just.
As you
yeah,
are walking
yeah,
out, you will
yeah.
see 2 bar workers, one of them, Cassiopeia, being Lewis, walking with a load of food on their arms. A plate of seeds, 2 plates of meat pies, and 2 fruit salads.
Are they out the door?
They're like in the hallway. So, like,
Good.
as,
I'm gonna snuff the torch. I'm gonna close the door behind them. I'm gonna like slam the door behind them.
Oh, we brought your food.
Oh, I spoke to the rest of our companions. We'd like to take our food and grab a table. We'd like to have a table.
Okay then.
I'm just the messenger.
I get that all too often. And the gentleman will start walking back, and Lewis will follow. Malachi and Moa, it is yours.
So before you
So-
say anything, did you hear what I said whilst you were unconscious?
You would have heard it, Malachi.
I can't remember.
I
I honestly, my mind's racing at the moment. I've got so
That's-
many ideas.
That's fine. Now, I want to let you know, because you are involved in this. I spoke to Strahd last night, whilst
Oh,
working
what is
on
that Untold one?
whilst working on a project he gave me. which didn't go well. Wink. Through, no fault of my own. However, I did try to deny it. Now, if I try and break free from Strahd's control myself, he will end your life. And I chose to keep my curse, to keep you alive. So please, if you are going to do something like that again, we don't need to tell anyone else. I will be there to help.
Strahd can't end my life.
Why
Strahd can
do you
return
feel
me.
a chill down your spine?
Strahd can return me to the state that I was in before the deal, but Strahd can't end my life. As
How
a part of
confident are
breaking
you
your
that?
bargain. I'm pretty confident. I'm always game to fuck with the big leagues.
Okay.
I don't care.
But
Let
just
them come.
the next
Come
time
at
you do
me,
something...
Strahd! I'm gonna shout that.
Why you will feel a presence growing in your mind.
What do you want?
I'm simply answering a challenge. Kretash, you will hear this too.
I had to crack my
Oh,
knuckles, crack my
no.
neck, and sort of shake it off. Just shake myself off.
Is this where you give me a Strahd character sheet?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is where I do something stupid and get myself killed. That's what happens here.
I'm more than happy to end this miserable sod's life.
Oh, come on, Strahd. You know you love me.
I'm about the only one that does. You
Probably.
lonely little man.
Ah, that's okay. That's where all the fun is.
Wah.
Yes.
Keep your pet on its leash before I have to take him and put him down. And the presence will begin to drift away.
Oh, before you go anywhere, he is not my pet. How dare. He is a friend, god damn it. Gosh darn it.
Roll a wisdom save.
I
Wisdom
will live with them save. Come on, D&D Beyond, you got this. You got this. Come on. That's it. Slow roll. Slow roll. Hang on. Big
Google
tension.
dice. Google dice.
Tension. Can we get F's in chat for my dice roll?
It's still being slow?
Oh, it's still going. It's not even hit the ground.
Switch to Google, man.
Oh. 19. 19.
Hey, nice.
Okay. Malachi, you only lose a quarter of your remaining hit points.
Oh no.
Round it
Oh,
down.
So,
To-
round
to-
it down.
To a
Okay, hang
minimum
on.
of 1.
So,
No, hang on. I'm gonna round up because that's easier.
so Kretash,
so-
what you're saying is I can tell him to fuck himself and you'll be fine?
For the most part.
Shall we put this to the test now?
Not right now, because I have more lucrative ideas for you.
Good, because I didn't really want to. Wink.
Coward. What do you say to 1,600 gold pieces?
I normally say you should be in a bank account and not on my person.
Hmm.
Why? What have you got planned?
Okay. Right. We did really well at Boulder's Bones last night.
We did.
I
It was
see.
crazy.
I say we hold a tournament, right?
Mhm.
So, here's the idea. We go 5 rounds.
Yep.
But for the entirety of the 5 rounds, I'm going all in. My first bid is 50.
Mhm.
And from then on, all my winnings, they're all ins. So
Okay.
say I magically get 21 on the first one, that doubles to 100.
Mhm.
Doubles again for the second one, to 200, doubles again for the third one, for 400, doubles again for the fourth one, for 800, doubles again for the fifth one, for 1600. I say we tell our lovely barkeep to spread the word that the luckiest guy in town is in playing 5 rounds of Boulder's Bones tonight, and anybody who dares challenge him ought to come and spend their gold.
I would say that's a good idea, but however, we do have something we need to deal with first. So let's not do it for tonight. Let's do it for tomorrow night. That gives an extra day to rally up people, get suspense.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I like the idea.
I like
Just
this new
saying.
working relationship we've got.
Now, I will say, I'm going to need everyone's help with this. I need you to assist me with fudging rolls. I need at least Takumi on keeping an eye on everybody else's roll, and probably Seelia as well. But by the way, where is Seelia?
Apparently she disappeared, but it seemed like a teleport, so that's not my... That was... I'll be honest, there's a lot that's happened this morning, and you were my primary concern.
Right, so Celia's teleported off. That sounds like a normal day for us.
Yep. We do need to go see Caldera. We have been... I have been summoned. I don't know if all of us, but I thought maybe it best if we all go to keep an open mind to everybody and not hide any secrets.
Well, look, I've got to be honest with you. I've got a lot I need to do today, but I'll see if I can find time.
Okay, we'll go without you. That's fine.
Okay.
Just do me a favor. No more rituals that could kill you until I'm back.
Where's the fun in that?
Just in case.
Ah, you're no fun. Okay.
Yeah, well, the
fine.
problem is we need your help. So think of it as a selfish request rather than trying to help you, if that makes you feel any
that's
better.
fucking typical, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I thought it'd help you make a decision. Right, anyway, I'm gonna go find the others and we'll have a quick bite to eat, and then we'll go to Caldera and we'll then see what they want, and then we will work on the plan and include everybody else once
Wonderful.
we are back.
I'm gonna skip all that. I'm gonna eat some rations from my backpack. I'm actually gonna go find the blacksmith.
Okay.
I'm immediately gonna run out.
Alright, you may remove one ration. We'll go to Takumi and Cassiopeia as you have found yourselves the closest table to the door, enough to seat 4 people. And Cassiopeia, you were given a plate of seeds, and the rest of the food is sort of just laid out on the table, along with a free jug of water.
Just some water.
It's
Can
not the
we-
freshest you've tasted.
Stale.
Stale water?
Hmm.
You don't like it very much, do you?
I feel neutrally.
Okay, well, if you have an issue, feel free to call any of the workers and just ask for refill.
That's okay. I have a feeling all the water is the same here.
Well, I see your point. It is still early morning after all. But Zephyr, can we say in the meantime that my character would have already went to the bathroom and like cleaned and washed up?
You
or...
would have done your normal morning routines.
Alright. Okay, what's the plate of food in front of
There's
me, or
meat
what?
pies and fruit salads.
Okay. Are they all on their own separate plates?
They're
Trying to
sort of
visualize.
like they're in like larger serving plates, and then you have your own breakfast plate.
Alright. Alright, I'll take I'll fill my own plate with half of meat pies and half of the salad.
Okay.
What drinks are there?
Just
Or is
water.
it just water?
Just water.
Alright, I will try a sip of that.
Tastes fine. You're not as educated on the variety of flavors of water.
Water is water. Water.
Water
Cassiopeia is a water connoisseur, alright?
Alright. Alright, I will try to enjoy enjoy my meal. Can we, in a way to tell what time of day it is now?
It's
at this
early
point?
morning.
Early morning. All right. I will eat and chat with Cassiopeia. That was quite a morning. You got any thoughts on all that?
No, just questions, really. I'm just curious what kind of ritual Kretash was attempting to perform.
We were told it was a blood ritual. He's trying to take a blood magic, I imagine.
That part I understand, but I wonder what the outcome of the ritual was meant to be. If he was trying to summon some sort of blood monster or something along those lines.
Hmm. That's a possibility. We should ask him.
Maybe. I'm curious myself.
No doubt. Anyone would be having to see that first thing in the morning, too. But I
But
must say, you do have a very inquisitive mind, very, very investigative. That's pretty nice. Very, very helpful.
I hope it's helpful. Thank you. I just don't know a whole lot about what goes on about these parts. I'm trying to learn as much as possible.
Well, I can relate.
What do you think about everything so far?
Everything so far. About. You mean about our journeys?
Well, I guess about the whole
Or
blood ritual thing specifically. And about Celia's disappearance.
as for the blood magic, it was definitely alarming, but Kretash is a talented, knowledgeable wizard,
That
but
he is.
I'm sure we can all say we don't want to see him in situations like that again. But
I don't know if I would say the same.
well, I certainly wouldn't want to be waking up almost every morning seeing one of my companions in a pool of their own blood, or anybody's blood, but
I believe he should be able to do as he so chooses with his own blood. If he desires to seek out blood magic, then I don't see any problem with that. Necessarily. Unless there's a problem that I'm overlooking.
Well, we just learned about it. We'll see how this develops. I'm willing to keep an open mind, but I am very concerned.
I believe that if he does end up killing himself as a result of this blood magic, then that is simply a risk that he's knowingly undertaking in a calculated manner. But I may be overestimating Kretash. I believe
I'm
he knows
sure-
what he's doing.
I'm sure of that as well, but as with that, we'll have to see what happens. And as for Celia's
Hmm.
disappearance, it sounded like she learned a lot with Manrington, and perhaps Dualius may have some words, input of his own to give, I imagine.
Maybe.
Either way, it sounds like she's safe, and well, I hope she is.
I guess we'll have to find out. In some way or another. If it
She
is her own
blinked away.
doing, then she'll be back.
Yeah. She blinked away, and I hope she'll blink right back here with us.
I guess time will tell.
That it will.
And it is at this point that you will see Kretash running out of the tavern, and Wa will join you at the table.
Well, he's making a run for something.
He has some errands to attend to. There is a plan for a get-rich-quick scheme, but we'll talk about that later. As soon as you guys are finished eating, we must go see Caldera. It says at their request.
All right.
Understood.
I'll
She'll
just
peck
pick
at
up,
her plate.
Join us?
I'll pick up a meat pie and just start eating it.
Sounds good, sounds good. In which case we will go straight to Kretash, who, in a few moments' time, will make their way to the blacksmith, who is setting the coals and embers for the morning.
You're muted.
Am I? Why am I muted? I don't remember muting. David, hello, how are you?
Ah, if it ain't my favorite dark elf.
How you doing, buddy?
Got something for you.
Got something for you too. And I'll pull out 10 gold.
You will take it in one hand, and in the other you will see a sort of stainless steel looking material forged. A mask. Elven in design and quality. It looks like it would fit your face. The eyes, blank, enough of a slit to see through. And enough room to speak behind the mouth.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And I'm going to immediately pocket that into my backpack and head off towards a clothier.
Very well. He will sort of nod to you.
Oh yeah, his clothes are all soaked in blood, aren't they?
Yeah. And he will sort of nod to you. Have a good morning. And as the shops begin to open, you will see what looks to be not a high-end dress store, but one that doesn't entirely look drab and dull.
Very nice. I will. Is it like a store? Or is it like a marketplace stand?
It's a marketplace stand.
I will head up and see who I can find.
You will see standing on a barrel-looking object a sort of short, blonde-haired woman sewing away at something.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Ah, hello there.
I need a very specific piece of clothing, a robe.
You look like you
enough
could
to
use more
cover.
than that, my dear.
Oh, don't worry about the rest of this. I'm sure I can clean it later. For now, just a robe, black with red trim, if possible.
I could have a look at my robes and cloaks to see if I have something matching your morning activities. And she will sort of hop down, and you'll see the little halfling walking across over to a chest, which she will open with a key that hangs around her neck. No. Ah, here we go. And you will sort of see she pulls out a black robe-looking item. Very long, large enough to cover you entirely and then some. No red trimmings, but instead a sort of dark blue pattern going across the left side and sort of cutting off halfway down the back. This is the best I can do, I'm afraid.
I'll take it. How much?
3 silver.
3 silver? I'm gonna throw a gold and say keep the change.
You are very kind. And she will hand you the robe.
Sorry, what was your name?
My name is Clara.
Thank you, Clara.
It's my pleasure.
And I think I'm gonna head for an alleyway.
Okay, those are not hard to find. You find one a couple of blocks down, abandoned, except from a couple of rats that look to be snacking on some discarded fruit that may have found its way there one way or another.
If nobody is looking, I would like to try and get changed into this robe and mask.
You are able to do so. The robe is enough to cover your tattered clothing.
And I'm going to head back to the Drunken Song.
You will actually meet... I assume you three have left the tavern at this point. If there was nothing more to discuss, or are you still there?
Cassiopeia will follow Takumi's lead. So if he leaves, leave. If he's staying, I'm staying.
I believe at
Cassiopeia
this.
doesn't like to make decisions.
She doesn't.
I believe at this point I'd have finished my meal. How were the meat pies and the salad, by the way?
The meat pies don't taste like anything you've tasted before. The salad's fine.
All right.
Can't wait for us to be cannibals actually eating other people.
Okay, now I'm very concerned about
I'm pretty sure that's
that.
just you.
or that. Yeah, probably just Wa, but
They're the children from the orphanage.
what the fuck, dude?
Aw.
Oh my fucking god!
Wow.
Oh my god.
All right, I'm gonna now that I'm done with my meal, I'm gonna get up.
I just saw Mars's comment in chat, and I assume yes. I'm gonna assume yes. And I'm gonna assume that all of them fail dismally.
Where'd you get the eggs from?
Yeah, where'd you get the eggs?
Oh,
So
those
is that,
aren't
so
aware. We're
have you-
referencing Doctor Who.
I will get up and I'll just look over to Cassiopeia. You finished, or you down to eat some more this morning?
She'll slide the remainder of her seed plate into her inventory. I'm finished.
I'm gonna go up to the. I'm assuming the barkeep is still behind the bar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just go up to the barkeep and I'm gonna hand him 5 gold and just go, "Thank you for today. I hope this covers the discretion we require."
I've seen
It sounds
worse.
more sus now.
It's not the worst mess I've had.
It should be cleaned up by now.
If not, I can handle that.
That's fine. Either way, this is as a token of appreciation.
He'll simply nod and take the gold. And if you are all now making your way out.
Yep.
And you will meet Kretash going sort of down the street, going past the arena towards where the temple is. Kretash, you will see a familiar group of 3. You will see that, although you can sort of tell it's Kretash from the little white hair that sort of sticks out from over the mask, he's in a new robe, metal bound to his face.
I wonder if that metal conducts electricity.
I wouldn't risk it.
No. I'm
Kretash?
just concerned.
Hmm.
He said he had things to do. It might be best to leave him to it.
I'm sort of like, if I hear will I hear Takumi saying my name?
Yeah, you'll hear them say your name at this point. This is sort of a quiet street.
I'm going to sort of creep over and. How did you know it was me? What gave me away? I need to know.
You're the only one among us who'd be in that kind of getup.
Yes, but what specifically? I could have been anyone.
Your white hair.
And upon hearing that, I'm going to immediately like tie my hair at the back behind my hood as much as to cover up as much of my identity as possible.
And now there is no tell.
And I'm going to walk into the drunken song.
Okay.
Well, he knows what he's doing. We know what we're doing. Let's get on with it.
All right. Do you 3 make your way to the Hall of Heroes?
Beforehand, can I just have a quick look around? Is there anyone that is like they look like they're down with the luck, like a homeless person on the street or anything?
Not
Maybe a
in this
child
area.
by the orphanage.
Not in this area, no.
But there was an orphanage like across the road.
No, you guys have made your way far. Like you've gone past the arena at this point.
Ah, yeah, okay. And there's no one that I look like I can bribe with some gold or.
I mean, there's guards all over the place.
Your eyes have been gazing a lot as we've been walking. Is something going on?
I just feel like we need to monitor him.
Trust is a two-way street. We'll let him
Yes,
carry
no,
on.
no. Oh, the
We'll carry
trust. The
on.
trust is not an issue. Just if he gets himself in any trouble, we need to be able to be there. Okay, we'll just leave it. Let's just go.
He can send Crowley to us.
Hmm.
Wait, hold on. Question for Zephyr. So earlier, Crowley was already on Wa's shoulder when
That's not a question for me.
earlier. Okay, all right.
That's not a
Right,
question
is
for me.
As far as I'm aware,
okay.
Crowley's still on my shoulder.
Yes,
Crowley
is that correct?
still on Wa's shoulder. I have not summoned Crowley verbally in any other way.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Crowley and go.
I would make it known.
If anything happens, peck my shoulder. Oh wait, no. If anything happens, tell me. Don't peck me. Actually, tell me. If something happens. Oh, I've already said peck.
Alright.
Well, okay, hang on. I gotta message Zeph.
Oh lord.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I just didn't know who to ask in that
If
situation.
it's
I'm not
Crowley, it's
familiar.
not me. I have no control
Yeah.
over Crowley
Yeah,
apart from when they die.
Got it. Yeah.
Get sent back to their pocket dimension. I still stand by that.
Yeah, you can tell him that.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, well, Crowley can't actually talk. Crowley
Talk
can.
through your voice.
She can mimic anything she's heard, but she can't actively talk unless she hears something.
Ah, yes.
So
Okay.
being on your shoulder, she can't hear me technically.
Okay.
So she can't mimic me.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say to Crowley, if you can go back to Kretash and let him know somehow that if he needs us to send you straight back to the Hall of Heroes.
I think she might actually shake her head at that. Given what happened last night.
Crowley knows what you know.
Well, no. Well, Crowley knows what Crowley knows. Because if you remember, Crowley tried to follow Goatee Dude to the Hall of Heroes, but was actually was blocked. She was unable to enter. So she would remember that. She would actually shake her head at Wa in response to that.
Okay. Well, we tried.
It would be best if Crowley could just find us instead of going to the Hall of Heroes, or unless if we're already inside.
Well, that's where we're going. So either way, you're not going to be able to enter. Ah, we'll see what happens. Let's go.
Splitting the party, yeah.
It's not me.
We're in a city.
It's been an hour and a half.
It's safe for now.
And we will follow Kretash for the moment as he enters the drunken song once again.
I will walk up to the barkeep and say nothing.
Can I help you?
Disguising my voice as best as possible, I'm going to say, I want a room for the night.
Roll performance.
What's my performance at? Okay. It's a positive stat. 17.
17.
I'll take that.
He seems convinced by the new identity. That'll be a copper then. Depending
I
on
will
what
hand
room
him
you want.
I'll hand him exactly 1 copper.
Okay. Fucking weirdo.
Did he just say effing weirdo or hecking weirdo?
Yeah,
No, it was
he
fucking weirdo.
said fucking weirdo.
Sorry, children.
Your room is number 5. as he hands you a key.
Take it semi-abruptly and walk off to my new room.
As you enter the room, it's almost identical to your original.
At which point, I'm going to take off my mask and my new robe. This is where it gets tricky. Is there a window?
Let me remind myself of the floor plan. Yes, in this one there is.
Wonderful. Can I sneak out the window? After having taken off my mask and
Yeah.
robe and leaving it in the room.
Yeah, sure. No one's in the room, so I won't make you roll for it. Yeah, you can do that.
Wait, I'm gonna sneak. Well, I'm also worried about if like anybody's on the other side of the window. But yeah, I wanna sneak out.
It
so that
goes into an
nobody notices
alleyway,
that.
so I think you're fine.
Sweet.
I don't have
Jump out
anyone.
the window and
Don't have anyone that would be
sort of-
lurking in there.
Spider Kretash.
sort of dart off to head to the Hall of Heroes and try to catch up with the others.
Okay. By which point we return to the three, and you are standing outside the Hall of Heroes once again with golden doors. The dragon.
Oh, and just for the record,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start reading that red book again.
Yeah. But
I'm
yeah,
studying.
you stand with the golden doors in front of you. A couple of dragonborn guards on watch duty.
We have been summoned by Caldera.
We know.
Fantastic.
You may enter.
Much obliged.
Fucking weirdos.
And as you go up to the golden
And we
door,
enter.
it will open for you, swinging inward, and all three of you and Crowley are allowed inside. And you will sort of see, as you enter this sort of main entryway, guards, armored and in casual clothing, going about their business, and then one gentleman in a cloak will simply point down towards the war room where you were a day or two ago.
I will nod. And unless there's anything else, I will continue to make my way there.
And I will introduce Mr. Sandwalker.
Ooh.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
As
Welcome.
you three enter the war room, you will see Masato standing there in his armor, greatsword at his side, and also a dragonborn with gem-like scales all the way down his arms, neck, and face, purple, glistening ever so slightly. Mars, would you describe your character?
Sure. Give me a second. So yes, 6'3" amethyst dragonborn stands before you, gilded armor, warhammer across his back, and a sword with a scaled crossguard at his waist. He bears the symbol of Gardanus on a shield that also sits across his back. And he looks perpetually ready for a fight to break out at any moment, while also somehow seemingly looking relaxed. So he's got that tension, but it's tension of his face, not his body.
And Masato will turn, sort of nod at Takumi and then Wa. We were
I will
expecting
nod
more
back.
of you.
Understood. One of us should be joining shortly, and the other one has. I don't know the best way to say this. Apparently, has teleported, or been teleported. Whether willingly or against their will, we're unsure.
He will look to Caldera. I think we can wait a
Uh,
few minutes.
Yeah, though that also does explain that.
Yes.
Well, we can file that report away then.
Apologies for intruding. What report would that be?
Oh, as you know, a town of this size must have a network to keep it safe, and we got an unusual arcane blip early this morning.
Ah, yes.
That was definitely what that was about. Yeah, they were very much blipped away.
You don't.
In which case, you don't look to Master Hope. Sounds like the arena is still back on without a hitch then.
Once those supplies come back in, we will be good to go. Looking forward to seeing your performance then.
Oh, you know I always love to put on a show during those.
Ah. And you?
I've been...
Short temper, was it? Or Daystings?
Yes.
Whichever one.
Dastings. I think short temper is outlived given recent circumstances. Dastings it is from now on.
I expect to see your performance as well.
Performance?
In the arena. In our tournament.
Yes, I would be honoured to take part.
What results, Caldera?
I'm going to look over to him and go, now it'll be interesting to see whether he tries the direct approach or just going up through the ranks.
I am someone of honour and believes that one should work their way through the ranks as I did in my time in the military.
There's honor in both forms.
There is, but a show must be put on if it is in an arena, and going for a direct attempt would deny the audience of what could be. You said yourself you'd like to put on a show, did you not?
Oh yes, but even when I'm putting on a show, I get at least... How many direct attempts did I get last time?
7, 8. I lost count.
Orcs get impatient, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, well. At least they're not purebloods.
No, but they still make good recruits once you've beat that impatience out of them.
I'm still surprised they let you do that.
I think working my way through the ranks so I could eventually meet you and greet you with an open mouth would be great.
You didn't hear about the one where their jaw got wide shut by the time they met me. I swear, this town's no use for rumors anymore.
Anyway,
Well, your spy network was seen to that.
What can we do for you today?
Oh, speaking of spy networks, we had some information we thought you might be interested in. I mean, there's just the general stuff, cargo coming in and out, the fact that Ocean's Edge finally begun a renewal effort.
Okay.
But we've also heard a couple of unsettling things. There's been a Goliath in black armor spotted around Neelis Arena with an escort of ocean dwellers. Some might call them fish people. There are many names and many types. That was yesterday. They were spotted near the outskirts, heading into the sewers.
Okay.
Not sure if it's particularly relevant to you guys, but you know.
I
might be
remember
something for
them
your-
mentioning a Goliath of some sorts.
Indeed.
Do you have any descriptions of said Goliath?
Unfortunately, my people couldn't get close enough to get a full description, but he was wearing very... wouldn't call... Well, it wasn't armor like mine, but it was definitely black. Wasn't sure. Did they say robes or no?
I remember them mentioning an amulet.
An amulet. That has to be Dallasmith.
That's right, and I'll shuffle through some reports. Crude sketch for one of mine, and hand it over.
And you will see
As-
a sketch
What do we see?
of a black disc-looking shape with engravings around it, very roughly drawn, more like squiggles, just to get a depiction, and a chain-like brace holding it around whoever's neck would be wearing it. Wow, it is chillingly familiar.
Is this the one we were told about? It looks very much like it.
Why is that familiar to me? Have I forgotten
Are you
something,
lost?
Zephyr?
We spoke
Do you want to roll a
Dallas-
wisdom? Do you want to roll a wisdom check to see if you remember?
Yeah.
I will let you do that.
Oh, I'm not using D&D Beyond. That's going to take too long. I just clicked the button. Let me use Google Dice. That is a. Oh, hang on. The bit D&D Beyond dice is that's a 16.
Your vision. It depicted this amulet many, many moons ago, back upon the charter, when you took that dreaded drink. The last thing you saw was an amulet, black of disc, purple engravings, black chain.
I think I need that.
This is the one, isn't it?
This is what I saw the day we met, after I had my drink tampered with.
And no doubt. What we heard about before.
As
Yes,
a
this item is of importance.
as a question for you two, you were able to notice a blip in arcane usage this morning. I don't suppose you had any reports about last night at all, did you?
There was something, but in the same area, but I also put that down to the fact that you were running around like a headless chook this morning. Well, I'd say more an expectant father, but why an expectant father would go to a library first, I've got no idea.
Oh, it wasn't relevant to this morning's runnings. I just want to let you know that any of those reports don't need to be concerned of. They are dealt with.
Oh, are
Oh.
you talking about your little run-in outside the inn with...
Yes.
I
I
will raise my eyebrow and look at Wa.
That's the one. No one was harmed, and it came to a resolution where I may not be happy with the outcome, as you could probably tell from my new facial expression, but we did the right thing.
We got a full report on that, and it was stated that the guards in question dealt with it at the time.
Fantastic. Just wanted to make sure that was cleared up before there were any issues.
And it is at this point that Kretash will finally join you in the war room.
Yeah, I finally got here. Sorry, guys, I'm late. Had some
And-
errands to run.
And that's the reason I was running around like a headless chicken this morning.
I have no idea what you're on about.
But we won't. We digress. So,
Really? So there wasn't blood leaking under your door this morning?
Nope, absolutely not.
I'm just going to call him out. There was an attempt of self-improvement involving a ritual that did not go as planned. It has been dealt with. The room has been cleaned. The barkeep is happy with the situation as is.
I have no idea what he's on about. He's full of it. It's
And-
Takumi will just sigh and slowly facepalm.
And I believe that being transparent and honest in this moment is the best option, Kretash.
I was just sit there chuckling.
Caldera's just going to lean forward on the table with his knuckles, look directly at Caldera and go, blood rituals are a very dangerous thing.
Sorry, real quick question. Who are you gonna look at?
Yeah.
Kretash.
Yeah, I got called out for this. I'm calling somebody else out for this.
I will remove my hand from my face and
I
continue.
have no idea what you're on about.
That's not what
I
Oscar
don't know
told
anything
us
of the sort.
after your little
Huh.
gambling shtick last night.
Hey, my gambling shtick was amazing. Those were some good games.
Just don't go spending all the crown's coin in one go.
Oscar.
Why would I spend it all in one go? I plan on stealing more of it.
Oscar, is that a gentleman with a goatee, perchance?
The very same you met this morning.
Wait, that was the same person I had followed last night?
Yep.
I'm saying this out of
Yeah,
character.
yeah, yep.
Oh. Huh. Okay, so he's to be trusted then.
Me and Caldera's boys never meant to be trusted.
Okay, so allow me to rephrase that. He wouldn't be a threat to us. His mannerisms seemed a bit, let's just say, suspicious.
He will only be a threat to you if you become a threat to the town.
Ah, fantastic. Okay, good to know.
Oh,
Good to know.
well, I'm in trouble.
Wait, what have you done?
Nothing.
Right
Yeah.
then.
So we
Is
have a
there any-
report in regard of a Goliath, a disc, anything else we need to be aware of.
Yes,
Wait.
that.
Sorry, Goliath?
We'll catch you up on this afterwards, Kretash.
Talisman. That's all I can say.
I figured, yeah.
Yeah.
We've got reports of a large goblin force heading towards the bridge.
Do you require assistance with the Goblin Force?
Not mostly, but
Oh.
if you want to assist, it will be more than welcome.
What is there any ETA on when they'll be here?
They're already moving. And the
How
post,
far away?
the post by the bridge, it's not too undefended, but for some reason the purebloods don't be seeming to give the goblins any trouble.
That is a little odd considering our agreements, but I was privately considering discussing a platoon of the Dragonborn. Correct, Budge?
May I make a request and a favor in the same breath?
You can try.
If you were to allow us to assist you with the goblin situation, would you be able to offer us transport to where the sighting of the Goliath was? Instead of sending a team of your Dragonborn, send us instead.
I don't think we have any carriages we can spare to go all the way up to Neelis Arena.
Do we know if there's any carriages from the goblins that are patrolling? We could commandeer?
Goblins don't use carriages.
I didn't think so, but it was worth asking, especially if there are people not giving them issues like they should do.
Alright then. If there's no carriages, are there any available horses for our party to borrow?
Not cheap ones.
How much are we talking?
200 gold a horse. Plus all the
Interesting.
food you'd need to keep them going.
Okay. How far away is the Goliath situation that you knew the reports?
Neelis Arena, if I remember right, Caldera?
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
right.
How far is that on foot?
On foot, that could be a few days, depending on how quickly you make it, but you could be deep within the Enchanted Forest within the first day, and the second or third, you'd be able to make it to the city.
Any knowledge on when the next carriage will be available?
To Neelis Arena, none. We're in wartime. And they don't want us bringing the goblins to their doorstep.
Understandable. I think then we appreciate the information. Depending on what everyone else thinks, I think again we would still like to offer our assistance with the goblins. We've had run-ins with goblins recently, and I believe we're better prepared and equipped to deal with them. It would just, especially in a time of war, it would just lower the burden that you need to put on your own forces by contracting it out to us, so you can better defend.
As of right now, you're the only one saying that. We should discuss this as a group, see if everyone is on board with
That's what I'm asking you guys
the
now.
defense. All right. Kretash,
This is the
Cassie,
asking.
what do you two think?
Don't have any objections, personally.
Kretash?
Let me think on it.
All right.
Takumi, what do you think on it?
Right. Well, we know the goblins are already on the move. They're headed here. It would only be right for us to assist in the defense. Just wanted to make sure everyone had their voices heard, but yeah, I'm on board.
And it is at that point, a dragonborn in a cloak will enter the room. Caldera, recognizing it as one simply named Fighter. And he will immediately go over to the dragonborn and kneel, bowing his head.
You have something to report?
There's been an attack.
Location and losses?
Livian's Lookout. Unknown.
Livian's Lookout. Cassie, isn't that where you were
Yes,
We have reason to make
I
our
think
way
so.
up there, yes.
I have incentive to see that place for myself.
It was... well, from what our people say, scaled men.
Scaled men.
We talking reptilian or dragon?
Unable to be sure.
Hmm.
All we know is that they shed.
Any color? Any distinguishable color? Anything?
He will look
Okay,
at Caldera. It is
Feel
the
free to give.
it is the chroma.
And none of her messengers were able to make it back here to inform them of the attack ourselves, which probably means they didn't make it.
The one who made it back to the gate bled out on Gaidena's stone. Claw marks.
Was there any clue of any elemental residue? Either sighted or investigated or
Not that I
determined?
have been told.
I see.
Worth a
I'm
look
going-
ourselves, don't you think?
What was that,
Thank you for-
Malachi?
I simply said, worth a look ourselves, don't you think?
I agree.
Hmm. How strong were
mean-
the fighters at the lookout?
Well, they're typical troops. Some of our best. You gotta be good to fight in the army. You'd know that.
Yes.
Not to mention, most of our recruits come from fighting me in the arena. You
What-
said you wished to help with the goblin force.
I believe our assistance may be required wherever you ask. If the others are in agreement, I'm happy to proceed wherever we are needed.
Goblins are the more imminent threat, and as Masato has said, they're already on the move, thus they are imminent.
Yes. I'm going to look to Masato and go, do you think they'd have a problem with the champion going out for an excursion? I'll take a full squad. But if lizard men have been sighted, I need to investigate.
We're under the king's orders. We need to watch the city. But you've been here longer than I have, since her birth.
Yes, which means I can occasionally get away with things, but we were told, always make sure that one of us was here, and if you need to get called away while I'm just doing investigation, I'll bear the brunt of it.
How far away is the lookout as the crow flies?
The crow flies. A day's travel. Taking the path about a day and a half to 2, depending on how quick you go.
Very well. I'm gonna snap Crowley to my shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Go to Livian's lookout. Find everything you can. And then come back to me.
And there.
I'm gonna send Crowley off.
Thank you, Kretash. I'm glad we were on the same page there.
Indeed. Indeed. Although, as the raven flies, I do believe.
I know, I yes, my apologies there. So that should be now, you'll be able to get some intelligence in regards to the lookout forces without you needing to depart. At least then you'll be able to have some information about what you'd be heading into should you need to leave the city.
Maybe they're
That
not
is
so
agreeable.
bad after all.
Though, if the reports come back the way I'm thinking they will, I'll be taking a squad anyway.
Well, that would then
Because
be
at
in the
that
interest
point
of Guidanus, and then that would be relevant for you to leave.
Catch on quick, don't they?
And not the worst we've seen. Not like
Maybe I can make her...
your friend. What was their name? The one who got your other friend killed?
Oh, yes. Don't remind me.
How long has
Was
it been since
a
we saw
very...
him?
Malachi. Malachi.
So as a question in regards to the Find Familiar spell,
Yes.
if we were to wait a day and a half for, let's say, a day and a half for Crowley to get over there, could Kretash then snap the familiar out of existence and then snap it straight back onto his
No.
own shoulder?
No.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask.
I cannot control Crowley outside of 100 feet of me. So once she is beyond 100 feet, I have no control of her.
Okay, so we know it'll be
2
2 days before we get a report, which is enough time for
Yes.
us to deal with the goblins.
Yes.
But yes,
Sorry, I've had a small off-topic revelation. Out of curiosity, does the name Moldor mean anything to either of you two?
Well, other than you, obviously.
sorry, I'm going to have to consult notes, because that does sound familiar.
Consult the reports, yes.
Yes.
I can't think of anything.
No, nothing here comes to mind. Any particular reason? I've had a long life, though, so if this is something from a history annal, I'm sorry, it may be buried under layers of dust.
No, I... Need to get in touch with someone. Need their, assistance.
I'm sure or we could have a message sent. Caldera, you think we can spare a crow?
Oh, depends on the kind of message. I think we could spare a bit more than that if they're willing to help us with a few problems.
I'll be back.
How
I actually
friendly
need to
do
go
you
find
need the
my
message
book.
to be?
As simple as an old acquaintance needs to meet you urgently.
I think we can manage
Okay.
that.
Hand over parchment and an ink. If you have something written, we can have it sent before you leave the room.
There was one other thing, Takumi.
Yeah?
Something my boys heard.
Yeah. What was that about?
He's moving again.
He?
Yeah.
He's on the move? Where? Any clue?
I don't know where. But he's been going south. Beyond his kingdom.
Heading south.
Wait. Him.
Yes.
Him.
If I'm right,
Okay.
correct me if I'm wrong, Masato, but this is
You
Cryolane,
see
correct?
fear in the
This
man's
is-
eyes.
I don't
Yes.
think we need confirmation, Takumi.
We don't. He is headed south. Has his kingdom south of Faerun? South of the Sword Coast.
South
that-
of the peak.
It's a peak. South of. And we're offshore.
I just thought you should know.
Thank you. Yeah, I. Thank you for telling me this is indeed something my party and I should indeed know. Thank you.
Zephyr, sorry, out of curiosity, real quick. Did I send you those names, the ones
I
that
don't
you know that
if
I'm
you-
looking for?
I don't know if you
I
said
think-
the name.
I think I did at one point, but I think they've got buried
Yeah, I
under
think-
everything
yeah, I
else, and
think
I
they-
didn't write them in my notes, so
We
I'm gonna
will
have to hunt them
address that this week.
up. Wonderful.
I have another question. A personal question. Seeing as though you say you've been here a long time, I've been told that I have a relative here. Somewhere.
Masato will look to Caldera and shake his head.
I believe it has already been looked into.
Looked into or being looked into?
We are sworn to secrecy. If it's not for you to know, it's not for us to tell. Is there anything
Okay.
else we can help you with? We've got eyes and ears everywhere.
Is there a way I can
I'm going
ask?
to hit my forehead with the palm of my hand and go, wait a minute. Master,
Yeah.
doesn't Mannerington have a shop in Nilus Arena as well as one here?
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Mannerington could
If
send us
he
over
does, if they help us with the goblins and it's successful, do you think I could call in a favor with Mannerington?
I mean, I don't even think it'd be that hard. Just
I mean,
tell-
I know something Mannington wants that we can provide.
there. Malachi. Malachi.
What?
you guys don't know this yet.
Our characters don't,
No.
but we as players, we know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we could convince Mannington once we've dealt with the goblins. with just a small lock of Kretash's hair.
Kretash's hair? What would Mannerton want with Kretash's hair?
Well, that's something for us to discuss when we're on the move dealing with the goblins, I believe.
Right.
I
Well,
think at that point I'm going to immediately like you're gonna see the frost on my hand like grow.
in
Obviously, it's up to Kretash if he would offer such a thing, but if it's a means towards a goal, I don't see any reason why he should object.
I think I know another way.
Either way, yes, management would be the best thing.
yeah,
Option.
and yeah,
Well,
and
if
should
you want to get there fast and work on information that's relevant, it was just something that suddenly came to mind.
We
yeah,
have no way of
well-
knowing how long the Goliath's going to be in the city.
Exactly.
Quite honestly,
Okay.
with a fair bit of gold, you'd probably be able to get a bit of a service.
Mhm. Right, sure. If everyone is happy to do so, I think we should make a head out straight for these goblins.
are we
Well, if
putting up the defense now?
Well, the
I
best
mean, the
defense is
sooner
a good
you get-
offense.
the sooner you get there, the better you can work with the people who are already there. Speaking of, I've got to get off to tactics training for large groups.
Right.
Right. Can you run us through the size of the oncoming force again? If any detail of that was noted?
I'll go back through the reports and just hand over what reports we have of numbers.
In the reports, it sort of specifies that it is a larger assault party than typical.
A larger assault party than typical. If we charge in on our own, last time,
We're not on our own.
how much will we have with us?
So, the defense that's already there. We're there to help prepare, set up, and then help defend.
Alright. Just wanted to make
Speaking
sure.
of, along with the notes that I gave them, I'm going to pull a token off my belt and hand it over. When you get there, show them this.
Grab. Before anyone else has a chance to.
Okay. Okay.
It's
then.
okay. No, it's just because we've got a very curious bird with us, and you know what they're like with tokens. So just gonna stuff that straight in my pocket and say nothing more.
Cassiopeia has been well behaved recently.
No. Unless you want to take part in the squad training, I must be off. I've got some sense to beat into some whelps.
Thank you for your help, commanders.
I'll be there to take over from you when it gets to siege training. Right.
That only works for the non-Dragonborn.
Well, still works.
Being able to jump and sprout wings and spew various elements has its advantage when it comes to a siege.
Let's say Wa's wisdom is still horrible.
Well, when you get certain birds eyeing up your gems, maybe it's good to have a couple humans by your side.
I'm going to look over to Cassiopeia and just wink as I leave the room.
Cassiopeia looks as though she thinks that a different bird is being talked about currently.
Oh.
Right. I'll leave you lot for this room so you can prepare. Good luck with whatever choice you make.
I will look at Masato and nod.
And he too will leave the room. The floor is open.
Right. Oncoming force heading to the bridge. They have defenses set up there. That's our destination. Anything else you wanted to discuss? Wanted to do? Go grab. Anything?
If everyone's all set, I think it might be wise if we head straight off. Say, the sooner we get there, the sooner the forces can be bolstered.
Indeed.
I think that's true.
We have an advantage. Cassiopeia can provide aerial support to be able to give us a better better idea of the numbers as they
Better
approach.
number.
With Crowley off investigating the lookout, that might be the wisest thing from there. We're good foot soldiers, and Kretash should be able to provide rear support. As
Yeah.
is. It's going to be difficult without Seelia, but I believe that she will return in her own time.
I have faith of that. She'll show up when it is best and necessary for her.
We may need to find a place to get some health potions, though. Just given our previous incursions, it might be worthwhile to stock up a little bit first.
Yeah, seeing as we've indeed exhausted our supply. Unless if anyone else has any they've been holding on to.
Even still, we need more.
Yeah.
I think we should just go.
Alright. Who did we buy the potions from before? Did we buy potions in
Only
Gaidanis?
Kretash has bought potions in
I'm the
Gaidanis.
only one who's bought potions.
Okay, alright.
Anyone know where we buy potions from?
Yes, there's a general store in town that you can get some.
So we stop at the general store, we report back, ready for transport.
Report for transport?
Well, explain that we're ready and we're going to be leaving. We want to let them know that we've made our way.
Yeah.
We're not
Are we
just
being
going to
transported?
go. Yeah, we're not just going to go to the store and walk off. We need to tell someone we're walking off.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, Kretash, lead the way.
I will lead the way.
Alright, and as you leave the Hall of Heroes, that is where we are going to leave it for tonight.
Oh.
Not quite the same cliffhanger as last time, but that will
I'm
do.
not dead! Yay!
You
And
are-
do you know what
Clever,
the
look,
best- do you know-
my
do you know what-
hands hurt from hanging up these cliffs, alright? I'm happy to have
Yeah.
it.
Do you
Anyway,
know
this...
what? Do you know what I love the most? Right, a few episodes ago, Wa was more than willing to kill Kretash. Right, this episode sees Kretash close to death, and instead of just slipping a dagger in his throat and finishing the job, went out of his way to save him.
There's been character growth, and now Kretash is the one that wants to kill Takumi. The roles are very much reversed.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yes,
Cassiopeia sees him close to death, and she's just
Yeah.
like, I support him in this decision.
I know, right? It's just like, oh my god, there's blood, Cassiopeia, come on!
But thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Mars. First ever guest appearance. I wish we hyped it up a bit more, but it was kind of impromptu. But here we are.
It was very impromptu, and it wasn't exactly the scene I was expecting. There may be more appearances of Caldera coming up,
Oh, there
though,
certainly
that
will
Zeph
be.
and I have been talking about, and some of those will definitely be more than fun. You definitely have the arena to look forward to,
I'm
guys.
very much looking forward to the arena. But
I'm looking forward to the arena.
we will do that in game in a couple of weeks' time when the supplies finally arrive. But thank you everyone for joining us. It's been nice. It's been a bit more of a relaxed one than the end of last session. But,
It was very chill. It was
yeah,
nice.
they're on the move again, going out into the world. But yeah, so before we say goodbye, does anyone have anything they want to shout out? I will do mine at the end. While I see you.
Oh, I do have one quick thing I want to say for those
Yes.
that also occasionally pay attention to my channel. This is my first time doing Facecam, which I had talked with Zephyr about the fact that me being a guest star would be the first time I'd be doing Facecam on Twitch streams. After this point, I am now going to be doing Facecam on my streams full time, and I will be wearing a wide variety of masks just because personal preferences. But yes, if you tune into my streams, you'll get to see me more often.
Love to see
Nicely
it. We've
done.
got exclamation mark guest for those who do want to check them out. And
Did it not
Yeah.
work the first time? Because I tried and it didn't work. So I was like, let's give him a shout out.
It didn't work the first time, so I had to go back and fix it. But it is fixed and it is working and it is great. Yeah.
I had quite a lot of fun being a guest today, and yeah, as I said, hope to see you guys all again soon.
Yeah,
Oh,
It was
Thank
great
you,
to
Miles,
have you.
for being here.
Great to have you.
We will,
Love,
as
love the
Gardanus'
interaction.
story grows, as does Caldera. And if no one else has any shout-outs,
I have one
I-
more.
go.
One.
You two, go for it.
Oh, let Baronade go first.
Alright, next week, it's my birthday, alright? I'm gonna be unveiling a VTuber model, because I bet with you, Mizu, that I was gonna
Oh.
make one, so be there for the unveiling.
Oh, what day is that?
It's gonna be April 9th.
April 9th, lovely.
It'll be today 1 week from now, or maybe
Yeah.
today in 6 days from now, or something
Yeah.
like that, depending on what time zone you're in.
Yeah, I think for us it'll be Friday.
Yeah, so for you guys, it'll be my birthday. For me, it'll be a day after.
Oh, I see.
That'll
So
be roughly
yeah,
then.
that'll be on Saturday then for all of us.
Oh, yeah.
And what?
Oh, yeah.
So, couple of things. One is obviously there was meant to be a second campaign starting, which has been delayed due to reasons. And I believe I'm looking at May to get that started up. So that will put Trinity Isle back on a bi-monthly.
Bi-weekly.
Bi-week.
Bi-monthly. Yeah, we're gonna do a session every other month.
No.
6 sessions a year, that's so little.
Wait, so we're not doing sessions every Saturday?
Well, we will be, but
We
I
will
will not
be.
be DMing. I get a
Yes, so there-
fucking break.
There will be sessions, and I am penciling May if everyone else is happy to
I'm
start
happy
that.
with that,
Everything,
yep.
everything is all
Yeah.
set, ready to go. We've just got to do one last person's character sheet, and I'm going to do her character sheet when I see her next week.
Lovely, lovely. I
Um,
will have my Google Doc sent to you soon.
Awesome. And then obviously there's the whole scheduling thing, which I will leave to Zephyr because he needs to update you on the next 2 weeks of sessions.
And yeah, but we will sort out the next, the last couple of May weekends. We will figure that out as and when people are available. Right, next week, it's our anniversary. So our anniversary is April 10th. So sorry, Baronade, we missed you by a day. So sorry,
That's okay.
I've let you down. But to celebrate, we will be doing a 24-hour charity stream celebration to raise money for Dushen UK, and I will be doing more on that, and I'll be doing a proper talk about that this week. I don't have all the information in front of me right now because I've got IKEA open because I wasn't sure. But yeah, so
He
April
wasn't
9th,
sure if we were gonna fuck with him or not.
the April 9th and 10th, we're hosting a 24-hour live stream where most of, if not all of these people will be here. Miles, I'm sure you'll hop in at some point, but we will be opening the Trinity Isle because it's my baby.
Well, I'm also going to be spending all of those 24 hours in the chat trying to get people to donate because you won't
Yeah.
allow me to do hype trains.
Yep, no hype trains, So we will have a proper donation link because Twitch payments are kind of weird for me at the moment because I'm waiting to hear back from PayPal. Hopefully we'll hear back from them next week. And plus, if you do it through a donation link, I don't have to deal with the tax shit. Because that's a whole other thing. And I'm just like, no.
Oh yeah.
So we're doing it through Just Giving, and we're doing it through a Just Giving link. That's going to be lovely. But yeah, that will be 24 hours with Trinity Isle, Overwatch, Sea of Thieves, Among Us, and a whole lot more. Yep, it's gonna be one hell of a fucking ride. But yeah, there'll be a load of stuff. There'll be a load of different redemptions, and we've got different goals. So for $500, I have to be nice to Lal for a whole hour.
Impossible challenge.
Yeah, so
That
basically,
loser.
shut up, Lal.
Look at that.
Basically, I'm giving him like a little voucher thing, so at any point he can cash that in, and I'll be nice to him for an hour. It will be on a stream most likely because he's not an idiot. That's free content. Thank you, Wa. And for 1,000, Rai has the lovely Trinity Isle artist DelphiniumRai has said she will give up her time to do an art commission for someone. If we hit 1,000, everyone's names will be entered into a raffle, and then at the end of the stream, if we've hit that goal, I'll be doing the raffle. 1,500, I will be playing fucking Elden Ring.
Ooh!
Yeah, I haven't played a Souls game since the first one, and I played it for 20 minutes and I hated it. So I'll be.
Yes.
I will.
I hadn't played a Souls game at all till I played Elden Ring, and God, it's been a curse.
Yeah.
And you have to finish that, right, Zephyr? You have to
Yeah.
complete
Oh yeah.
it all the way.
I'm not necessarily 100% there, but I'm gonna beat the final boss. So I'll see you guys in 2025. And then for 2500, at the end of the stream, you get a bonus Just Chatting hour where I will be face revealed in the Discord.
I have returned.
The mask
Where you will be able to see his beautiful face.
Fucking shut up, you sexy bastard.
I haven't seen it yet.
I know.
Oh my
I'm excited for this.
I've met Zephyr in person,
Yeah.
and oh my gosh, like, if I was, I would have considered it. But I'm not, so I can't.
I offered.
He did offer.
Yeah, I mean, Barinade, you're gonna see me this year anyway when I go to Australia.
Yes!
So yeah.
I need to hug you in person.
I know, I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, if we hit 2500, it won't be a
I get
regular
to kick
thing.
him in the legs.
Yep.
Jesus Christ!
It won't be a regular thing. But you know, for that hour, my face will be out there, and then that hour will disappear, so that I can sort of play around with that a little bit. That'll probably just be cut out of the VOD, and I'll sort of stitch in a thank you. Yes, I am going to Australia in August, Straza, assuming I get the money. Assuming I
Fingers
can
crossed.
fund it. Yeah, I'll be going for 2 weeks in August. It's the
Mm.
plan.
If you need a place to stay,
Just
hit me up.
treat
Okay?
yourself here, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
And also, as well, 16th, there won't be a session, am I right?
Pretty sure 16th. Yeah, we will.
Yeah, because I know I won't be there.
Yeah,
So.
you won't be there, so we'll do our next session on the 20th. After next week, it'll be the 23rd and 30th, I believe. So we'll be rounding out the month, and then we'll be going to WA. So, but ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us. We need to find a raid. We gotta find someone to raid.
I have been looking whilst you've been doing all your talking as well, looking for any other D&D people.
Yeah.
Mm.
Have we found anyone good?
This show is a mimic is currently on their episode 11 of Once Upon a Table.
I think we'll go there because I'm currently following them, so I think that'll be.
Yeah.
I'll be able to boost them up a little bit, and I like.
I thought you'd agree with that one, so that's why
Yeah.
I mentioned it.
Yeah, if it wasn't gonna be them, then I was going to raid someone who was part of Straw Tories charity thing. But they are live, so we'll go for it. So whilst I set that up, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to say our goodbyes to all members of the cast for joining us for another lovely session, and we'll be starting with our guests. So thank you and goodbye to Caldera, the Dragonborn, played by Mahes_Soundwalker.
Pleasure to be here. Don't mess with my town.
Goodbye and thank you to Takumi Inui, the human fighter, played by Shadowblade312.
Thank you. That is indeed I. Glad to be here, and I'm very excited for where this is going to go. Hope you all will catch us next time.
Thank you and goodbye to Kretash the Cold, the Dark Elf Wizard, played by Malachi_Gaming.
Thank you. And goodbye.
Thank you goodbye to Wa Dastings, the human paladin warlock, played by the TheMrWa.
Goodbye, everybody.
And last but never least, goodbye to Cassiopeia, the Aarakocra druid, played by the TheBarinade.
Bye, everybody. Lots of love.
And goodbye from me, your slightly above average DM, CG_Zephyr. Happy travels.